The Lord be with you. I'm Deacon Keith Fournier, and our first reading is from the book of Genesis. So Israel set out with all his possessions. Arriving at Beersheba, he offered sacrifice to the God of his father Isaac. God spoke to Israel in a vision at night. "Jacob, Jacob," he said. "Here I am," he replied. "I am El, God of your father," he said. "Do not be afraid of going down to Egypt, for I will make you into a great nation there. I shall go down to Egypt with you, and I myself shall bring you back again, and Joseph's hand will close your eyes." So Jacob left Beersheba. Israel's sons conveyed their father Jacob, their little children and their wives in the wagons Pharaoh had sent to fetch him. Taking their livestock and all that they had acquired in Canaan, they arrived in Egypt, Jacob and all of his offspring. With him to Egypt, he brought his sons and grandsons, his daughters and granddaughters, all his offspring. Israel sent Judah ahead to Joseph, so that Judah might present himself to Joseph in Goshen. When they arrived in Goshen, Joseph had his chariot made ready and went up to Goshen to meet his father Israel. As soon as he appeared, he threw his arms around his neck and for a long time wept on his shoulder. Israel said to Joseph, "Now I can die, now that I have seen you in person and seen you still alive." And our response from Psalm 37. Put your trust in Yahweh and do right. Make your home in the land and live secure. Make Yahweh your joy, and he will give you your heart's desires. The lives of the just are in Yahweh's care. Their birthright will endure forever. They will not be put to shame when bad times come. In time of famine, they will have plenty. Turn your back on evil and do good. You will have a home forever. For Yahweh loves justice and will not forsake his faithful. Evildoers will perish eternally. The descendants of the wicked be annihilated. The upright have Yahweh for their Savior, their refuge in times of trouble. Yahweh helps them and rescues them. He will rescue them from the wicked and save them because they take refuge in him. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to St. Matthew. Jesus said, "Look, I am sending you out like sheep among wolves. So be cunning as snakes and yet innocent as doves. Be prepared for people to hand you over to Sanhedrins and scourge you in their synagogues. You will be brought before governors and kings for my sake, as evidence to them and to the Gentiles. But when you are handed over, do not worry about how to speak or what to say. What you are to say will be given to you when the time comes, because it is not you who will be speaking. The Spirit of your Father will be speaking in you. Brother will betray brother to death, and a father his child. Children will come forward against their parents and have them put to death. You will be universally hated on account of my name. But anyone who stands firm to the end will be saved. If they persecute you in one town, take refuge in the next. And if they persecute you in that, take refuge in another. In truth, I tell you, you will not have gone the round of the towns of Israel before the Son of Man comes." The Gospel of the Lord.